Hey. Oh, Oh, oops. Okay. Hey, Z here. With a region showcase video. Kind of the only thing that Infamous Trainer does. And he's actually already done a video on this, but it's out of date because it's like 3 months old, and there's been like a lot of posts since then. So we're gonna be talking about the Luica region. Luica. I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. God. Luica? I'm pretty sure it's Luica. But yeah. So, make sure to subscribe if you liked this video, and if you don't, that's fine. But it would, whenever whenever I see that I've gained a subscriber, it just makes me really happy. So, because whenever I gain subscribers, it either means that I've been gambling on Showdown with subscribers, not with money, or that I've been making good content. Yeah, probably a lot of my subscribers are from Pokemon Showdown. But anyway, let's dive into the starters, shall we? First, we have Jarut, the little grass giraffe guy starter. He's not, I don't really like him. Like, he's fine, I guess, but He evolves into Okapi. And apparently Okapis are more related to giraffes than zebras. I did not know that before looking up at this, so yeah. Okapi evolves into Timbarath, which is kind of like a totem pole giraffe thing. I quite like this guy. Still not my favorite of the starters, but still. Next is Hisier. Just a reminder, I am not a huge fan of any of the base form starters, but Hisier is probably my favorite. So Hisier, a little fire snake dude. I kind of like him. La Viper is kind of weird. I'm not a big fan. Probably my least favorite of this line, but normally the middle star is my least favorite, so I can't really be mad for that. And Cobra. I love this thing. And its rebirth form, well, just wait until I show you the rebirth forms. That thing is dope. We have Jinfint, probably my second favorite of the base form starters, and it's just a little cute teacup elephant. I wonder where that comes from. Maybe this thing, I don't know, maybe it could be called Cuffint or something. Maybe like a steel type. It evolves into like this copper elephant thing. Maybe that could be a Pokemon based on Teapot. Next we have Damfint. And my brother loves this name because he loves swearing. By the way, he's 8. Or 5. Yeah, 5. So he calls it Damn Elephant. Because of course he does. And it's like a water psychic thing. Kind of reminds me of Caparajah. That thing that I was talking about where its Gigantamax form stands on 2 legs. Next, we have Hydrophant, a fat, big Chungus elephant thing. I don't like this thing, and it is my least favorite of all 3 of the Luica starters. God, I'm just going to call this game Order and Chaos, not Luica, whatever. Next is Ferichu, which is the Pikachu clone, but also just an evolution of Pikachu. I guess it's kind of like how Pichu is the Pikachu clone for Johto. So, yeah, it's an alternate evolution that evolves with the new stone called the Soul Stone. Next is Mummion, a special evolution of Eevee exclusive to Order and Chaos, also evolving with the Soul Stone. Next is Tenectric, and by the way, I am very happy that the Tenrec got a Pokemon in this game. I love the Tenrec, and it just is so fitting for an Electric-type Pokemon. Like, it's all yellow with all the spikes and stuff. It's just begging to be a Pokemon, right? And if Pokemon ever does a region based on Egypt, they've gotta do a Tenrec Pokemon. Anyway, Tenectric is a little electric poison type. Not really sure why it's poisonous. Maybe Tenrecs are poison? I don't really know. But, yeah, it's pretty cute. Not on my team, but still very cute. Next is the Luican form of Hippopotas, or as I like to call it, Hippopotas. A little water grass type. I like it. And originally it was going to have an alternate evolution called Hippoasis, but then that was canceled in favor of Luican Hippowdon. I mean, there's not really much difference. It's just kind of a different name. But yeah, cool, I guess. It's a lot better than regular Hippowdon. Next is Luican Rhyhorn. I love this thing, and I hate the fact that it's sad. But yeah, it's a cool little ghost fire type. Yay. Next, it has an alternate evolution known as Rhyferno. It's more of the rhino side of things rather than just kind of turning into a dinosaur, which I still don't really like. But yeah, this thing's dope. Next is Luican Nummel. Cool, I guess. I mean, I guess it has like the Luica logo for its eye, which is kind of cool. But yeah, look, ground rock type. Next is Comorial, and this was re-uploaded with a different art, but the art, well, it does make it look better, doesn't change too much, so I didn't really put it there. Next is Moonkey. I wonder where they got that name. Okay, fine. I don't think that they got it from Pokemon Solar Light and Lunar Dark, but just saying, there is a Pokemon known as Moonkey, in those games. It's a psychic, not fairy type. Moonkey evolves into Bamoon, a little monkey bamboo thing. Fairy fighting, which is cool, because we don't have any fairy fighting types yet, so yay! New type combo. Next is Moondrill, which I quite like. Another fairy fighting type, and of course it evolves from Bamoon. Just had to check that. But yeah, Moondrill's pretty cool. Next is Chibi. Well, okay. Predicting BDSP, huh? Chibi evolves into Artibus, which is kind of like a little crane thing, maybe? I don't really know. Anyway, Arbutus evolves into Thothesis. I love this thing. On the team. Flying Psychic, it deserves a rebirth form. I haven't actually discussed rebirth forms. Well, watch to the end of the video to find out. Next is Scaraby, a little scarab dude. And I'm surprised that it doesn't get its name from bee, but apparently it comes from Scarab and Ruby and has nothing to do with the bee. If you go on to the Instagram, which, by the way, you should follow me on Instagram too, not just Michael Ryan, who is the guy making this. But yeah, it just says that it comes from Scarab and Ruby. God damn. I am outside recording this right now because my brother is sleeping inside, and there are sometimes raccoons in my yard, so if I start screaming, call the cops. Actually, no, you wouldn't hear. I would be dead. Next is Scarabcough, a bug ghost type, and this thing is pretty dope. It's like a little scarab and coffin, as scarabs were worshipped, and I believe they were put in like tiny coffins. Or maybe it was just like a whole like hive of scarabs put into one big coffin. I don't even know if there would be that many scarabs in a hive. Oh well. Then Saycarab, or Saycrarab. But that is a lot of A's and R's. Well, anyway, it's a bug ghost type, and of course, scarabs were sacred, so it comes from sacred and scarab. I like this thing. Next is Anabrios, an alternate evolution from Lucario that evolves with the Soul Stone. Fighting ghost type, so pretty cool. And of course, based on Anubis, god of the dead. Next is Sirqueen. I hate this thing. It really ruins Drapion, and yeah. Poison Fairy is a unique type, though. I think only Galarian Weezing has that, and that's just an alternate form. So, a full-on Pokemon. I guess it is still just an evolution of an old Pokemon, but still, cool. Poison Fairy. Next is Gerbean, a little bean dude. That's a gerbil. It evolves into Herbal. I think it comes from herbal, herb, and herbal. Or I mean, gerbil. A normal grass type. And I think the only normal grass types we have are Skidoo and Gogoat, so that's pretty cool. Next is Dalmut, a dark type. I don't really like this thing. Next is Roarskatch, a dark poison type. And, yeah, I guess it's cool. I'm not a huge fan, but eh. Next is Hyracat. Hyracat? Hyracat, I think. Because it comes from hieroglyph and cat. So, pretty cool, psychic type. My brother loves this thing, Basphinx. Psychic ground type, and it's... I don't know how big this thing is, but I would imagine it being the size of my house. Probably even bigger. Next is Percashell. I think that's how you pronounce it, Percashell. But it's just a normal type, and it's a turtle, and I like turtles. I have a turtle of my own, but yeah, pretty cool. Next is Tortempo, and I think this line is normal type, since normal type is often associated with sound, so Tortempo is a sound type, kinda. Yeah, if sound types existed, this thing would be sound type. Next is Spy Dream, a bug psychic type. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. Next, it evolves into Nightmarak, still bug psychic, based on Dreamcatcher. Next is Pembat, a grass flying type. A little cool bat dude. Junglide, also a grass flying type, although it could be dragon, I feel like. Luiken Meowth, a grass type. It is definitely on the nip. Luiken Persian is also a grass type, also on the nip. And I put Meowth on here twice. Nice. Next is Luiken Slugma, a poison type, so pretty cool. Next is Luiken Magcargo, Poison Steel, and that's a new type combo. It really shouldn't be that hard to make a Poison Steel type, though. I mean, there are so many cool ideas, like a snake with metal fangs that injects poison. God, it's so cool. Next is Luiken Spritzy, a Fire Fairy type, and we don't have any of those, so yay. Next is Flaringo, a Fire Fairy type. So an alternate evolution of Spritzy based on the more flamingo side of it. I'm a big fan. Next is Luiken Iskew, a water type. And its melted form is basically just it, but without the big bubble on its head, so not as different as, say, Galarian Iskew. Next is Luiken Arcanine. I'm not exactly sure why Growlithe doesn't get anything, but, I mean, okay. Okay, yeah, I moved back inside, because I heard this march going on, and marches usually don't happen at 11:48 at night, so I'm kind of concerned that there's some pitchforks. Next is Luiken Mightyena, a dark fairy type, and I believe that when this was being designed, there was no Grimmsnarl. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think there was. So, cool. Next is Natike, a dark type. Pretty cool. Next is Tribrarian, later renamed Tribrute. Again, pure dark. Next is Voodoo, a very cute little voodoo doll. Next is Voodoom, a very scary voodoo doll. Next is Fekwat, an electric flying type. And it evolves into P-Shock. I don't really know how Fekwat evolves into P-Shock. They're not very similar, but eh. Next is Insect. I believe that this is exclusive to Pokemon Order. I know it's a version exclusive. I don't know whether it's Order or Chaos. Then there's its counterpart, Verasquito. Then there's Low Chaos, a bug dark type. And I kind of like this thing. And that has its Swarm when it gets really ugly. I don't like this thing at all. Next is Aligypt. Pretty cool water dragon type. It evolves into Crocodile. And God, I love this name. Next is Dirt Hog, a little pig guy. Ground type. Next is Warboar. I like that name. Ground fighting. Next is Gazap, an electric type. Pretty cute. Next is Zapel, electric steel. Next is Quartad, a poison normal type. I like this thing. And we don't currently have a poison normal type, so it's cool that it was added. Next is Frogatow. I like calling it Frogatow because it sounds like it has big toes. And it certainly does. Look at these toes. Next is Baratoad. It has barrier toes, I guess. I mean, look at these things. They could protect an entire kingdom. Next is Primitot. Probably from primitive and toddler, I guess. Anyway, Fighting Rock. Pretty cool. I don't think we have a Fighting Ground type, so if this one were ground, then that would be even cooler. Next is Grottrol. There is not much of a difference from these two, but I'll take it. Still pretty cool. Next is Troglor. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. We'll just call it Troggles. And Troggles is pretty cool. I like him. Next is Pixero. Pretty cute, and I am fascinated that they were able to have a snowflake in an Egypt, or India, rather, region. Next is Yumber. I kind of like this name. I don't really like the Pokemon. It reminds me of Ralts too much. Although Ralts is fine, I guess. But I like it. I like the name, Yumber. Next is Frigilif. A pretty cool Ice Fairy type. Next is Cyrato. It's a normal bug, and I love the way that they use the bug type. Because the honey comes from bees, which are bugs, and it's kind of just normal weasel or badger besides that. And God, I just love the idea of this thing being bug type, even if it doesn't make that much sense. I'm sure that there's a bunch of bees or whatever the Beedrill? No. There's no way that this thing is that big. This thing would have to be like maybe 10 feet tall to hold a whole Beedrill hive. I don't know, but it's cute nonetheless. Whatever the bees in there are. Next is Combadge, a fighting bug type. I believe that we do have a fighting bug type. I just can't think of what it is. But yeah, pretty cool. Next is Arsfark. And yeah, I like him. He's pretty cool. Next is Bombardillo. I really like this name. And the Pokemon's pretty cool, I guess. Next is Hyrox. And I feel like it should get the name from the Hydrox cookie, which is the original Oreo thing, and it kind of looks like an Oreo, I guess, but I doubt that's what it actually comes from. Probably something in rock. Next is Dastone, and I like this name because it sounds like the stone, and I am certainly calling this Dastone. Next is Squirm, a little squirming worm. And yeah, ground type, pretty cute. Next is Monswarm, a ground type. Pretty cool. I like it. Next is Perchu, a little fish dude. Next is Ferocious, a water dark fish dude. I like him. Next is Angwing. I love this thing. He is so cute. Flying steel type. He should be flying water, but I guess he does have like a little hook for a tail and a little fishing beak made out of metal. So this fishing beak also looks like a shark tail a lot. Next is Roylure. And I love this thing. I don't know why, but I love it. It's got all of the original fish, well, 4 of them at least, Wishy-Washy, Magikarp, Remoraid, and Feebas as bait. And I really like this thing. Next is Nurseed. I guess it's okay. Okay, I guess. This is fine. I mean, hey, it's a new type combo. But, like, come on. You can make a fire grass type better than this. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Pyrosia, pretty cool. Luiken Staryu is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't really see the point in Starus happening. But, like, if it's gonna happen, then it's gonna happen. Cool. Luiken Seal is cute. Dugong also cute. Luiken Hoot Hoot is very cute. I am surprised that they didn't make a burrowing owl, but you do you. Snowy Owl works too. Noctowl is very cool. I love normal Noctowl, and this thing is even cooler. Luiken Mudbray is okay, I guess. I mean, I don't really understand why it's happening. It doesn't really need to happen, but sure. Same opinion from Mudsdale. Recknown is very necessary. Unknown is very weak and hard to obtain. You have to solve these puzzles. Granted, the puzzles aren't too hard, but still. Next is Dunboros, which is an Ouroboros Dunsparce, and I love this thing. Next is Obelips Lunar Form. This thing is a special Soulstone evolution from Solrock or Lunatone. And then this is Obelips Solar Form. I'm not sure how they switched. I'm guessing it's a day-night thing, but I don't know. Next is Lizator. A little cute lizard dude. Next is Ninkator. A very cool dragon dude. Next is Cryptut. My brother loves this thing. This is his favorite Pokemon in the whole region. He loves mummies, and he loves Egypt. I feel like it could just be pure ghost, but I ain't complaining. This thing's pretty cool. Next is Hauntout. Very cool. Harpony is fine, I guess. I'm not a big fan. Again, I'm not a big fan. It's fine, I guess. Tauros. Warning. The following thing, whatever's going on, rant. The following scenery is not appropriate for people that can't handle ranting and being angry. So, prepare to see me get angry. Wait. They made Miltank a regional variant? What the fuck? So yeah, I hate this thing. So, I hate Miltank. It's my least favorite Pokemon. For multiple reasons. One, its signature move is called Milk Drink, implying that it drinks its own milk. I guess it could just carry milk bottles around, but who does that? And I guess drinking your own milk is fine, but the fact that the males can learn Milk Drink, no. This is not okay. Pokemon can't do this. No. At least take Milk Drink out of male Miltank's moveset. Okay? Just do it. Because I do believe that Miltank can be male. I think it can. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it can. And God, this thing, look, they're green. Does that mean that its milk has bits of grass in it? Ugh. Yeah, this thing somehow made Miltank worse. So, yeah, I hate this thing. Next is Luican Bouffalant, which is cool, I guess. Yeah. Next is Gnoso. Gnosno? I don't know. But, yeah, cool, I guess. Ice Ground. That's nice. Next is Childebeest. I really like this name. From Chill and Wildebeest. Yeah. Plus, it sounds like the Beast, as in Mr. Beast. So yeah. Next is Cyber, and this thing is very cute. I think it's like a cat or a furret or something, and I love both of those animals, so yeah. Next is Shivet. Probably like a furret thing. Ferret, I mean. And yeah, very cool. I love it. Next is Alpin, a little ice-type hedgehog guy. I like him. Next is Isaquil, a very cool ice-type hedgehog guy. I love him. Next is Splastro. I love this name. And the Pokemon is very cute. Next is Dimenfin, and oh my god, this name is just perfect. He hops through dimensions, and it's really cute. Next is Seaber, and it's like a little saber fish guy. Yeah. Brandfish, very cool. Little saber fish dude again. Next is Veshark and Crackhurst. Veshark is exclusive to Order, and Crackhurst is exclusive to Chaos. So, yeah. And in one of the DLCs, they get rebirth forms. Oh, right, I haven't even explained those yet. Well, we'll explain those later. Gacolor is pretty cute. I like him. Next is Chromeleon. Very cute. And cool at the same time, so I love him again. I'm just gonna get repositioned, and Lemurring is very cool, and it's an electric fighting type, which we don't currently have, so nice. Next is Elecamer, and yeah. I mean, it's electric fighting type, at least, right? Yeah, I kind of hate this thing. Next is Pirate. Also, I have a better name for a pirate parakeet, and that name is Pyrakeet. Just saying. So if you want to rename this thing Pyrakeet, then go right ahead. I love the name Pyrakeet. Next is Cat Pirate, and while it does look like Honchkrow, I love Honchkrow, and I love this Pokemon too. It has a little wood leg coming out of its butt, but still. Next is Vasal. Does the vase look strange? Maybe. No it doesn't. Anyway, Sanduo the Pessimist form is a ground fairy type. And Sanduo the Optimist form is still a ground fairy type. I don't know what changes. Probably just the form, maybe the ability, and maybe the stats? Probably not the stats. Next is Sorug. And since it's based on India, a magic carpet makes perfect sense. I mean, haven't you seen Aladdin? It's got a magic carpet. I mean, I guess I haven't seen the cartoon version, which is apparently better, but I liked the live action version, so that's the version that is better for me right now. Next is Babunny, which should evolve but doesn't. Next is Delivery, and I kind of like this name. So yeah, fairy flying, cool. Next is Gremlire, which is pretty cute. Next is Brazar, and it's a little dinosaur Spinosaurus guy. Next is Spinazeer, and I'm guessing that the fossil for these two is called the fossilized spine. Next is Sorobrum, and I'm guessing that the fossil for this line is the fossilized neck, because Brachiosaurus is very known well by its neck. Next is Mebembrane, and I like this thing. It's very cool. Next is Mystek. I don't know why it exists, but I like it. I like it again, but I don't know why it exists. Next is Bolta, and it's a cute cheetah guy, so I like him. Next is Hida, and this name is very cute, and I like the Pokemon again. Thunda, I think, is the worst of the line, but it's still pretty cool. Next is Larvern. Pretty cute. Dracoon. Bekomoth is very cool, but it also has a chance to evolve into Betlamoth. Dracoon can evolve into it, by the way, not Bekomoth. Next is the pseudo-legendary Legigron? Yeah, Legigron. And it evolves into Silver Age. And it evolves into Acarine. Now there's the Pans. So more Pans, elemental monkeys. And these actually look good. Or rather, Panshade does. And Panstrike and Pansight are certainly better than the elemental monkeys that we have right now. So, yeah. And surprisingly, all of their evolutions aside from the fighting one look good. So yeah. Cool. Next is Toddlor. Very cute. Collior. Also pretty cool. And Trezor is very cool. Lewican Youngoost is cool. And Gumshoos is cool. Now the legendary Pokemon. We have Horusky, the Horus Pokemon. Still not entirely sure what its fighting type. And then we have Setera, an amazing set Pokemon. Yeah, cool. We have Osiriver, one of the box art Pokemon for the DLC, the Realm of Requiem. Tilapka, I don't really know the point of this thing, it's just a fish. Tilaba, fish. Tilapak, fish. Bolgash, I don't even know what this thing is, but I like it. Necrab. I guess it's cool. Quagamato. Cool. Maatal. Cool. Typhonia. Cool. And Typhonia is chaos, and Maatal is order. Elemage. Very cool. And the one who wants to control this Pokemon that has complete control over the elements is none other than Michael Ryan. Where have I heard that name before? Next is Novra, my favorite legendary of the region. It's just so cute. And I feel like this guy holds like the secret to rebirth. Or Osiris does, because he's based on Osiris, and he's the god of rebirth. So, probably actually Osiris does. Anyway, we'll get into the rebirth forms and stuff in the next part of this, because this has gone on for way too long. So, yeah. Before we end the video, I just need you to pretend that this like button is a Miltank and stab it as hard as you can. Thank you.